In March of 1974, I was attending art school in Cleveland, Ohio, and I really wanted to be a great artist. But I found that my goals were elusive. The harder I tried, the farther they seemed to go away from me. And I was trying everything I could. I read the I Ching, Plato's Republic. I did transcendental meditation, Kundalini yoga, and reading the books they gave us for our literary survey class from Genesis to Cervantes. And no matter what I was learning, it wouldn't help me get any closer to my goal. And one night, I was really in a desperate state. I had done the Kundalini yoga, and I was getting in my lotus position, cross-legged on the floor, to do transcendental meditation. And a fear came over me that was so great that I was shaking like a leaf. I could not stop shaking. And this terror overcame me. And I cried out to God. I said, God, God. And I heard a voice say, wait one more day. And a peace came over me that I had never felt before in my life. Now, I went to sleep, fell asleep like a baby, got up the next day, went to school as normal, and I went past two medieval-looking churches with their bells calling out the hour, but nobody came out, not a peep. Never heard from anyone about what I was to wait one more day for, until later that day, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, there was a girl that approached me in the break room, and she said, I've been wanting to talk to you for a while. And she told me about a class on the Bible that would help me overcome worry and fear. And I said, that's it, I'm in. I'm going for that one. And so I took that class, and it was about 3 weeks after that. I was sitting in that class, and I heard some verses like Jeremiah 2:13. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. That's the state I was in. I had forsaken God, and I had turned to idols like Kundalini yoga, transcendental meditation. I had quit drugs, thankfully, earlier than that. But nothing I had tried was working because it was that broken cistern. And until we come back to God as our Father, the Father of the Lord Jesus Christ, we're going to be in the same state, folks. That's all there is, broken cistern. So why don't you join me? Come on back to what God says. And if you have any questions about anything or you want to chat, you can always hit me up on my website, which is www.wordcentered.com. You can shoot me an email and we can chat. I'd love to hear from you. Also got a lot of free teachings there too. Okay? Well, God bless. I'll talk to you next time.